Welcome back to Justice for Giancarlo Fisichella in Formula 198, and round 8 brings us to Magny-Cours in France for another racing experience that I expect is going to be less than pleasant thanks to this game. Take the long sweeping Estoril, the Adelaide hairpin, 180 and the final sector in its entirety. I expect them all to be toilets, and I can absolutely wait to try them. However, I have no reason to suspect we have another Monaco on our hands, so as long as we can stay ahead of Coulthard or at least finish on the podium, we should be in for a pretty good day. See, I'm a chill guy, I'm a positive guy. This game isn't breaking me. I'm brave. I'm brave. In real life, Michael Schumacher managed to break McLaren's front row stranglehold, but he couldn't stop Mika Hakkinen picking up his 5th pole of the season, Coulthard and Irvine taking row 2. Benetton seemed less competitive here this weekend, and they seem to have fallen behind both Williams and Jordan, with Fisichella 9th and Wirtz only in 10th. So this track is drivable within the context of Formula 198. Like, it's actually quite drivable, which is the highest compliment any of these tracks are going to get. Usually turn 1 is flat, and it still can be, but you've got to get the angle perfectly right. I don't know why I even tried, to be honest. As expected, the Adelaide hairpin is throw on the imaginary handbrake and just flick it round and hope you come out pointing out the right direction. And then turns 10 and 11, Imola, can actually be quite fun to thread it through quite smoothly, but you can very easily over-egg it going into there. I love how even, doesn't matter where I set off, if I'm on the grass, I still get like tyre shriek. I was on sand, my guy, what do you mean? As ever, let's advance time and see what our challenge is. Oh, once again, it's Coulthard, and it's Coulthard from Hakkinen. And interestingly, I was only able to get down to the 1 minute 12s, the low 1 minute 12s, in practice. So this could actually be a challenge for once. The target will be pole, but I might be made to actually work for it today. This could be interesting. However, what was interesting was my outlap was good enough for 12th. A promising start through turn 1, and as I mentioned, if you get the angle right, you can get it flat, and that was. However, Estoril, not as smooth an affair. You have to basically get a couple of defined pivot points to help get the car around that long right-hander, so once again it's about heavy braking in unnatural places and using the downshifts to help turn the car. As I mentioned, the Adelaide hairpin is usually about power sliding, but there's a safer approach, and there you saw it slower down through the gears, almost coming to a stop at the apex. Towards Nürburgring, flick down to 5th on entry, and it's quite smooth, just a couple of dabs of brake, and it's quite a flowing couple of corners. Use the game's power sliding mechanic to help you get round 180, and then you're heading towards Imola, which again can be quite smooth. Approaching in 6th gear, it's down to 5th on entry for the first part, then down to 4th for the second. Through Chateau d'Eau, and then we approach the final sector. Very awkward to get right in this game. You approach in 5th gear, down 2 gears to help get through the first part, stay wide so you have the angle for the final corner, down to 1st gear, and then power up as we head towards the line. Wow. Whoa! I've actually surprised myself with that one. I've just gone a second quicker than anything I managed in practice. And I practiced for a while. So I'm going to see how many... What in the Christ is going on? So is that Coulthard? There. There's a car half in the garage there. There's a... What's that just sat there? What? Right, let's just go another 5. Häkkänen's not getting quicker. We might have done this. Please be aware, I actually think for once that was because I put in a genuinely good lap, and not because, you know, the challenge was off. Like I say, I was constantly lapping in the low 1:12s, and I've just found something on that lap. So I will give the game its credit there. The rest of it's still broken. It does sound like I'm just trying to brag though, doesn't it? It's like, oh, that wasn't because the game was easy, that's because I'm great. Don't you forget it. For lols, let's see what the fastest laps were. Right off. In real life, for the second race in a row, there was a lap 1 red flag and restart, this time courtesy of Jos Verstappen's stalled Stewart. However, on the restart, the Ferraris of Schumacher and Irvine jumped Häkkinen. Schumacher just took off down the road, and Irvine played the perfect wingman role, holding up Häkkinen throughout the race. Coulthard had a fuel filling issue, which meant he dropped down to 6th behind Wirtz, whereas Häkkinen had to settle for 3rd as Ferrari picked up their first 1-2 since the 1990 Spanish Grand Prix. It was a vital win for Schumacher in the title fight. As for Fisichella, unfortunately he would finish where he started in 9th, 1 lap down, a slightly underwhelming day for him. The ease with which I've taken pole has thrown me off, because for once, I don't think it should have been that easy. I think I've thrown out another banger lap at the right time. I'm talking myself out of it, but the target is going to be win the race, obviously. But I'm worried this could go horribly wrong, but I need the win. I'm still behind Coulthard in the points, and he's 2nd again. Like, no offence, David, you weren't this consistent in real life, so it's throwing me off a little bit. The sun stays out. Welcome to Magny-Cours. The revs come up. They don't, actually, on my car, but the lights come on. They go out, and Coulthard has jumped us in the drag down to turn 1. Oh, good lord. Oh my god, and he's... Coulthard with some aggressive blocking to the inside there. I end up on the grass, and then I think, essentially, I've just had contact with Häkkinen. Oh, he's all over me. Oh, that's not good. And I think I'm a little bit of a roadblock. Oh my god, and there's a Sauber up ahead of the Ferraris. Go on, John. You can do it. In the meantime, though, oh, this is what I was afraid of. God, Häkkinen is sticking with me. Okay. Not the best first lap. I feel like Coulthard even, saw me up the inside and decided, nope, you're not coming through there, sunshine. And that had me on the defensive for most of lap 1. And I do feel like that might be the safer way to take the hairpin. It's not the safest way to take 180, but it keeps Coulthard in our sights. Good lord, the amount of work just to get through that final sector is... like, I should be getting paid. It's just... oh my god, why have you just done that? Like, my finger wasn't even on the button then, and it didn't change 1, it literally jumped out 2. What are we doing? Game, come on now, you're playing dirty. I come to a complete stop at the Adelaide hairpin. Just the length of the start-finish straight between us at the moment. There we go, that's the line through there, nice and was going to say nice and smooth, but that feels unnatural to say that about this game. So he's still only in the 13s. But at least the gap is coming down. But this is going to be difficult. Come on, come on, come on. Good lap. I've gone back to the low gear ratio for the top speed. I'm hoping it's going to help us down this straight. What do you mean? Is there another button that can hit to change view? Because my finger was nowhere near it then. What do you mean? Just as I was getting close to him at the Adelaide hairpin, and that happens again. Not to get my tinfoil hat out, but... Good, let's do that all over again, shall we? For f***'s sake. Off! Good lord, there is now a Ferrari right behind me. I think it is just hinging on how well I can take that hairpin. They can just carry so much more speed through this hairpin than me. That's it. I just need to replicate that. The problem is, it's so hard to replicate anything. That was a 1:10. It's a huge lap. Yeah, the gap isn't that low, game. Sorry, I wish. Piss off! Piss off! It should be able to turn that much, for God's sake. Every time I get closer. Every time I get closer. I literally don't understand why it's changing view. What? F off! I've got 3 laps to try and catch him, and every time I've got less than 3 laps in fact. 2 laps. Shit. I'm not going to do this. I've just got to throw it into this hairpin. Again, why? think it might be too much to do in one lap. Frustratingly there the whole time. Right, can we get through this hairpin? Pfft, great. Amazing. Please don't lose second now. No! No, 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 no. Are you f***ing serious? I've just been T-boned by Schumacher as well. Is this a joke? This has to be a joke, right? Come on! Come on! Come on! Oh my god, it's just hung on. Oh my lord. Well, I was right about not being able to keep up the race pace, but Jesus, I'm not being funny. The button to change your view is that, okay? Wasn't even anywhere near it. There is absolutely no way I'm touching it by accident. That's just like, I'm here to change gear, I'm not anywhere near that. Without those moments, it would have been a much closer fight with Coulthard. Not saying I would have done it, because he was very quick today and I didn't have the race pace, but the fact that we had to drag Mika Hakkinen to the line, so we didn't drag him, we had a drag race to the line. Sounds like I'm going to take him there and beat him up. So Coulthard wins, annoyingly, from us. Hakkinen third, Schumacher fourth, and it's a great double points finish for Sauber, Alesi and Herbert. So the gap goes up to 6 points in the drivers' standings, which is not insurmountable, but it's such fine margins at the moment. In the meantime, we are starting to break away slightly from Schumacher and Hakkinen, so there's 8 points between us, whereas their gap to Coulthard is up to 14. It's another pointless day for Eddie Irvine, as in he was without points, not like life's meaningless. So Alesi's back up in 5th is what I'm trying to say, not giving any existential dread to Ted Wine. McLaren are almost double the amount of points clear of us now. That's insane. But thanks to Ted Wine's inconsistency, we are at least holding on to 2nd for now. But that is the fight. We are fighting Ferrari for 2nd in the Constructors. Up next, Silverstone, the British Grand Prix, and from the revisit video I did on this game all that time ago when I first had a look at what I was in for, we saw that this track has been ruined. It's not going to be fast and flowing, but I think this is very much once again in the drivable category. But we are now halfway through the season. With half the season gone, there is still half the season, sadly, to go. Will the second half be a bit more chill? I really hope so. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you're enjoying the series. Another one in the bag. But David Coulthard is just formidable. And it's f***ing me off. Thanks for watching. See you soon.